We have a special presentation today, so I'd like to introduce Sheriff Roberts, who will speak about Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. Sheriff Roberts.
Well, good morning, Commissioners, and I first want to just start off by saying thank you very much for taking this time today to take a moment and recognize National Law Enforcement Day, and in particularly recognizing just an amazing individual and his amazing wife. And seated to my left is Tammy Coates, and off to her left is, many of you know, as Sergeant Damon Coates, who spent many years at the Sheriff's Office. And I guess the irony of this whole thing today and this recognition is actually tomorrow is the anniversary of the day when Damon was shot. Just to bring you back to that point in time, that he was shot by a 15-year-old when he responded to a domestic violence type situation with somebody with some mental health issues. As many of you know, Damon worked as our public information officer. He had a variety of roles from training. I actually had the great opportunity to work with him in narcotics, and I can just tell you that wherever we were able to go working narcotics, Damon was always able to reach out and touch, whether it was somebody, a drug trafficker, and be successful, or successful in a public information office or the training. He was just amazingly talented individual. Well, it's been 12 years since the shooting, and I can tell you he's had some struggles along the way. He's had some setbacks, but the one thing that he's continually done is moved ahead and has been amazingly supported by his lovely wife. I wanted to tell you that one of the things back in 2007, we actually dedicated our Marine boat, the name after Damon Coates. We also dedicated a bench at our North Station, along with planted other trees, continually in remembrance of Damon's incredible work at the Sheriff's Office. And one of the things that touched me way back when he actually came back to the Sheriff's Office in 2007, that was really the first time back at the office since the shooting. And the media at that time talked to him, and one of the couple comments that he made that really have stuck with me is, he said, it's a dangerous job, he said, of his service, but at the same time, there's a lot of honor. He also went on to really say that, talking about his life, is that I've been pretty much had incredible goals thus far. It's a miracle I'm even here today, just sitting in the sunshine, trying to remember those good times and letting go of the bad times. That's success. I have enough faith in God, and then I know he's carried me this far for a reason, and he's going to carry me a lot further. So I just an incredible individual, and want to say thank you so much for your service. It has never been forgotten, and it never will. And thank you, Board, for taking a moment to recognize Damon and his family.
Thank you, Sheriff Roberts, and thank you, Damon, for coming. It's particularly with a great deal of admiration and respect. We see that your wife is there for you and supporting you, and we certainly do as well. You are an inspiration to us, specifically for your courage and valor when you were a police officer, but what you've gone through because of that service. You know, we're recognizing Police Appreciation Day. What's always interesting to me is when people walk through an airport, it became a real rage that you would see somebody who's serving in the military, and you go up and say thank you to them. Yet how often do you see people doing that with police officers? They are the same line. We call it a thin blue line in police enforcement, but certainly it has to do with those serving in harm's way. Can you imagine leaving every day, or your loved ones seeing you leave and not so sure that you're going to show up at home alive? So we really do appreciate the work that you did and what our sheriff's personnel and law enforcement personnel do, because it's not a career, it's not a job, it's a calling, and they do it well. Tomorrow, Friday, marks the the official day, and how ironic, like the sheriff says, that it matches the day of the tragedy of your shooting. But, you know, there are some ways that people can recognize the importance of our law enforcement personnel. Now, we hear nationally, you know, how, you know, cops, those demonstrations, and somehow that all police officers are bad. You know, there are mistakes made in this field, ladies and gentlemen, and there is nobody perfect. But overall, especially in this county, we have an outstanding personnel of law enforcement. We're very proud, again, of the work they do. But share a story on Facebook or otherwise of a positive encounter that you've had with a police officer, how he's protected you, or how you particularly thought he or she did a great job in enforcement. Send a note or a card to your local sheriff's precinct and or the sheriff's department or your police department in your particular town. And finally, tomorrow, it's a good time maybe to wear your blue outfit and let people know that you are supporting the work that these people do, the fine work and dangerous work that they do out there for us. So I would like to recognize Commissioner Savas.
Yeah, well, I'm going to kind of follow the chair's lead there. I just want to I don't know if Damon remembers, but years ago when he was serving with the sheriff's office, he responded to one of my locations on McLaughlin Boulevard. We were held up by a guy who actually brought his 4-year-old daughter and robbed us. And Damon responded at the time and was able to apprehend the person in about 20 minutes in a nearby apartment. But that's when I first met him, and I was so impressed with his professionalism and his service. I mean, it was a stellar deputy, did a great job. And I just admire that and remember the good service and work that he did to the community. So I know we were all touched by this incident, and just great to see you again, Damon.
You know, if you don't mind, we'll take the time. Why don't we have a little photo opportunity with Damon and his wife, and we can get you a nice copy of same. So, Commissioner, if you'll go down, we'll have a quick picture. Let's invite all the sheriff's personnel or sheriff's department workers up here at the same time. Get everybody in a big photo group. That's all. How many times have I told you to stand in front?
I know.
Yeah, I was going to say Don.
Come in there.